show you how to make a lot of cheese. I got the dialect of dairy in my diary. I'm from a lactose intolerance community. I wanna circulate the units in the unity. The continuity of opportunity for stacking bands. Opportunity to stack the figures with your family. I can show you how to get them figures in advance. I don't see nobody else but us giving a damn. So let me know what you wanna do. If you wanna build, I'm Bobby. If not, sucker, kick it in the lobby. I got a lot to do. I'm gonna watch what you gonna do. See, if you wanna build, I'm Bobby. If not, then chuck a deuce. You throwing off the vibe. Man, I don't die time. It's all about the vibe. All that I got time. I ain't got the goose. Stack with me. Don't come through with bad energy. You ain't with the vibe. Don't waste my time. Yeah, what's good like making? In the making, a young tycoon that's sickening. Tie forward and spit like a typhoon to the rain. Live in the streets where the money's hunted by drainages. If it's aimless, ain't a single thing that can change it. I'm changing it. Get your dollar straight and circulate, then gang with it. Aim for your partner, pocket and pop. That's dangerous. If you ain't with it, you throwing off the vibe. Man, I don't got time. It's all about the vibe. All that I got time. I ain't got the booze. Stack with me. Don't come through with bad energy. You ain't with the vibe. Don't waste my time.
From the home of the Bills since way back in 1973, there's a look at Highmark Stadium just outside of Buffalo, New York. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Buffalo Bills. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in week 4. And no return here to start. It's a fair catch, and they will set up shop at the 25. They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. This defense for the Titans, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago. And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game. And Diggs will have a Bills first down as the tackle made up near the 35. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. The Bills at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season, and they got off to the good start, but then 2 straight losses since. And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right? Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run the counter with Cook. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Now, after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up.
We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
They run. First carry for Damian Harris.
And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 41, here's a 2nd down and 4. Allen now looks to throw.
He gets it complete to Harris.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 17-yard line.
A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Bills will move the chains.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Allen. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
We saw it too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Alert, alert, alert. Go.
Here's Allen to throw it. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. It's Roger McCreary with a pick. And the Titans force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine, Donovan Peoples-Jones.
And it's 2nd down.
If you look at this defense,
they come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st.
With that last effort, he has reached now 10,000 career rushing yards. Congratulations.
Big-time congratulations. That also means that his publicist can make sure all the information gets to every voter out.
DeAndre Hopkins, he's on. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Second and 7. Levis looking to throw.
Looking middle, and that's complete.
And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that should...
And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry.
His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
That one 28 yards on the ground.
Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. That tackle by Jeffrey Simmons. You talk about this Titan defense. And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 37. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Allen's throw is complete. And inside the tray before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen, they'll roll him out right. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Harris running straight ahead. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And the Bills are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. In lieu of the sneak on 4th and inches, they just say, give it to the big man in the backfield.
Yeah, fullback no less. Not many of those left in the NFL, but for those that have one, perfect time to use them, perfect time to get it done.
Harris. We'll get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Again, it's Harris, but he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Hey, tight. Half 10. Off 52. Where's that?
Allen going to throw. This is caught. Touchdown. Gabriel Davis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 5. Levis sets up to throw here. He gets this one to Burks. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Levis now off of play action. Sliding out of the pocket. And Levis with a smart move, sliding down after picking up the 1st. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. Inside handoff, Henry. And brought down there by Taylor Rapp.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Off the play fake, Levis. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Sacked by Andrew Van Ginkel.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. He had marched to the end zone the last time out.
So here's a 3rd and 14. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Amari Hooker. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Levis. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
And blocked down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
5 wide.
To the air, Allen. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Now the Bills will hustle to the line.
Hey, home. Half. What's that?
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And they'll bring four receivers into the fold here. It's 3rd and long. Here's Allen. Laying out is Davis, and he's got the football. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Hey, did you have one of those backyards that you had one of those, like, mats or pits like you have for high jumpers? And, you know, you had your friends throw the ball and you tried to make the spectacular catches?
I didn't need a mat.
you just did it with the ground?
Absolutely.
That explains your
concrete.
Toughness. That explains your toughness right there. Because I think that guy was raised just like you. What a catch.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
That's it for the first. Brandon Gordon set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. This is a game, Charles, it's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Levis. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't come in.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Levis to throw on 1st and 10 here. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On 2nd down, here's Henry. Derrick Henry all alone. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 76 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Well, we often poke a little fun at running backs past the age of 30. Oh, they're getting old, they can't run anymore. Well, he's showing past the age of 30, you can still have some nice runs like that.
You certainly can, and I think that we're starting to expand our definition of old running back. Because it used to be as soon as they hit 30, we want to get rid of these guys and go to the younger guys. But now that the guys are taking such great care of themselves, as you pointed out, you can still get explosive runs at any age.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Levis on third down. That's caught. Left side, it's Burks. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered theirs. That throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you want two.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Henry again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. Back to throw, it's Levis. Back of the end zone, can he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So illegal touching, Charles. If you set foot out of bounds as a receiver, you can't be the first to touch it.
You nailed it on that one. You've got to be mindful of the sideline.
They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down. They'll run for it with Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Titans have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. McLaughlin for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 69 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On play action, Allen. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Allen off the play fake. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete with the penalty marker down as well. And I think he was beyond the line of scrimmage when that ball left his hand. He broke that line of scrimmage and then let it fly, and that's an automatic flag.
Yeah, and you know, you don't just lose the 5 yards there, but you lose a down as well. So he obviously needs to have better awareness about what he's going to do. Either tuck it and go or throw it to a target and get that pass away.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Now Allen. Got a man. That's shorter. So no gain on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Third and 19.
56.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
The kick by Bass is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Levis. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Rolling to his left. Left side, it's complete. Touchdown, Bills. A great effort there. 30 yards. And the Bills have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter. So now Allen and the Bills going to stay out and go for two. They'll look to throw. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they elect to pass there on the two-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Levis to throw it. That pass taken in by Burks. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll punt it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fielded at the 20. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Back now in Buffalo. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the fourth quarter. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They hand this off to Harris, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
1st down, and they go back to Harris. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 90 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll toss to Harris, as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And Davis will have a Bills 1st down as he'll get this down to the 32. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Allen going to fire quickly and get it to Diggs out wide. And Diggs will have a Bills 1st down as he's brought down at the 16. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harris. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hit 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this third down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
They're going to run the jet sweep on third down. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Gabriel Davis, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And a lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here's 1st and 10. Levis, he'll look to throw it. That one's taken in by Spears. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. Levis. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field. A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Levis's throw is on target to Burks. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A timeout for an injured player, and it looks like it's Traylon Burks who's in some discomfort out there. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Levis to throw. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Let's go. Ready?
The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for Buffalo, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Titans, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots.